I have selected a couple of leaves to demonstrate how to take a leaf rubbing. So the first leaf is a hibiscus plant. The second one is a Japanese maple. The long one is a lily, and the big green one is a hosta leaf. The best materials to use to make a leaf rubbing include a crayon, colored pencil, or just a regular graphite pencil. Do not use pen. Here we have a hosta leaf. If you flip it over, you can see the veins a little bit better. You put the underside of the leaf facing up and place the paper on top of the leaf. Grab a crayon, and you're going to lightly color back and forth over the leaf until you begin to see the imprint of the leaf. You want to make sure that you can see all of the veins and the shape of the leaf. If you do not see the veins of the leaf, you are either not pressing hard enough or pressing too hard. Remember that you can always change the leaf that you are working with, or you can always try again. Some leaves work better than others. In this case, it's hard to see the edge of the leaf, so I am going to draw in the edge of the leaf very carefully. This is a hosta leaf. I will label it as such. The next leaf that we are going to look at is a lily. If you flip it over, you will see the veins more clearly. So the underneath of the leaf is going to touch the paper. Make sure that when you place the paper on top of the leaf, that the leaf is in its own space and will not overlap with the hosta leaf that we have already taken a rubbing of. So I decided to use a colored pencil for this leaf rubbing so that you can see the difference between using a crayon or a colored pencil. And of course, I am going to label this lily. Next, we have a hibiscus leaf. Flip it over to see the underneath. The underneath of the leaf is going to be touching the paper. Make sure that the leaf is in a location that will not overlap the other leaf rubbings. Now for this leaf rubbing, I decided to use just a regular graphite pencil, and I believe that it came out the nicest and clearest when I used the graphite pencil. But of course, you may use whichever medium you'd prefer. Once again, we are going to label our sample hibiscus. Next, we are going to use a peony leaf. Place it so that the underside of the leaf is touching the paper. And for this, I am going to use a different colored pencil. And I am going to label it Peony. Next, I have a Japanese maple. These are very skinny, small, fluffy kind of leaves, so they're a little more difficult to take leaf rubbings of. I'm going to try my best. So once again, I place it so the underneath of the leaves are facing up. I decided to use pencil for this one. I'm going to take my time and we will see how it turns out. When I am done, I will label it Japanese maple. Once you have collected all of your leaf samples and taken rubbings, you are going to use a chart to determine various characteristics of the leaves that you have collected. So the hosta and lily both have parallel veins. The Japanese maple has compound leaves. The peony has longitudinal veins. And the hibiscus has rhomboid diamond-shaped leaves. From what you have collected, we are going to create a dichotomous key. Dichotomous keys are used to organize items so we can easily identify them or locate them. If you go to a library, and you can easily find the book that you are looking for if you know the genre and the title or the author's name. At the supermarket, produce is organized into sections to help you find what you are looking for. The same goes for canned goods, ketchup, pasta. All of these items have specific locations in a supermarket. Even in the drawers in your bedroom, you might have drawers that have pants in them and another drawer that has shirts in them. We use dichotomous keys all of the time to help keep ourselves organized. So now what happens if you are in a situation where you have found something and you don't know what it is? Well, the best way to figure out what that object is to identify it using a dichotomous key. Now we will be able to identify this object by looking at the various characteristics of the item. Dichotomous keys usually ask yes or no questions. So in this scenario, we have a bee. And so a poor question would be, can it fly? This is a poor question because even though something has wings, it might not be able to fly. Like our little penguin friend over here. He has wings and he cannot fly. Therefore, a better question would have been, does it have wings? Now we are going to make a quick dichotomous key using 3 toy cars. Now, the first thing we have to do is look at the characteristics of each of the cars. The most glaring characteristic is the number of wheels on each vehicle. So we will start with that. So our first question to separate these cars into different categories will be, does it have more than 4 wheels? So then you look at the cars, and the ones that have more than 4 wheels, you will put into the yes category. And the ones that do not have more than 4 wheels, meaning that they have 4 wheels or less, they will go into the no category. So the truck has 6 wheels, so it will go in the yes category. And the Pepsi Cola truck and the race car both only have 4 wheels, so those will both go into the no category. So now we have to ask a question that will separate the Pepsi Cola truck and the race car. So the question that I came up with is, does it have a spoiler? For those of you that don't know what a spoiler is, this is a spoiler on this race car. So the race car has a spoiler, so it would go into the yes category. And the Pepsi Cola truck does not have a spoiler and would go into the no category. Now this dichotomous key is done. All of the objects have been separated into individual categories. And there you have it, dichotomous keys at their very best. Enjoy!